I took this man from Gran Turismo 7, found him in real life, and put him in a terribly tuned car for your viewing pleasure. Inspired by a combination of Hot Ones and Top Gear, my goal was to disarm our driver by making them pilot a car that wants to flip like the Reliant Robin and interviewing them while challenging them to set the fastest lap they possibly could. Introducing the Star in an Unreasonably Tuned Car Challenge series. Our first guest is one of the drivers you drive against as AI in the single-player campaign, who, if you didn't know, got to be in the game because of his accomplishments in Gran Turismo. He's been to many of the national and international competitions, but without further ado, let's jump into the interview itself to learn more about him directly from the source. I'm here with Randy Haywood, who's been to the World Tour events at least 12 times, back-to-back and only champion of the Porsche Esports Championship, but you may know him as R. Haywood, one of the many AI drivers you get to drive against in the single-player campaign. Frequently seen in a green Lambo, he's one of my favorite AI drivers to push into the wall. I've been racing Randy for many years and finally met him in 2022 when we competed in Indianapolis, and then I met him again in Monaco for the World Tour. We last met at Laguna Seca for the Porsche Esports Championship. As I mentioned, he won that one as well. And in this series, I'll be taking recognizable AI faces from the single-player game and torturing them while asking them important questions and also some not important questions. So Randy, if you'd like to get started, good luck.
All right.
So, as you negotiate the first corner, I will start my questions. When is the first time that you attended a Gran Turismo event?
2019 at NERV 24.
And you were how old at the time?
18. I was fresh out of high school.
That is
literally a
wild.
month out of high school.
Yeah, that's actually really wild. What is your current screen name?
R. Haywood in the game.
And...
as you said in the intro. I'm the AI.
Okay, so you just use R. Haywood. Perfect. You've also been known as Distinct Crimson, SV Originals, and I seem to remember another one from when I first met you. What was that one?
TNR Gochigan.
That's right. Which is like a tuning company, right?
It's a rim company.
There it is. So that leads to my next question perfectly. Are you a fan of car culture outside of sim racing?
Yeah. Oh shit.
What is your favorite subgenre of car culture? What would you say you belong to?
I would belong to the people who make time trial cars, or sometimes I'll dive into drag racing videos.
Yo, I like that. Okay. I like that.
1320. You remember 1320?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. I was split.
This is working perfectly. Okay.
I used to be heavy into like the 1320 videos, or like when I was younger, the underground racing, drag racing cars, like the Gallardos or the GTRs that have like 3,000 horsepower.
Okay, that's legit. I like that. What do you do in your life? What do you do? Like, what's a normal day like for Randy? Or what are your aspirations? I don't know if you're working right now. Are you going to school? What's going on?
Well, I'm working right now, so the main goal is just to get money. Shit, that's the only goal.
That's the only goal. That's a good answer, honestly. Okay.
Oh shit.
Perfect. Okay. Besides sim racing, do you play other video games?
Yeah. I play the Crew Motorfest a lot.
Okay.
Especially with other world finalists and world tour winners.
Okay.
Like Valerio Mello and Cooper. Or as you may know him as Donovan Parker. And we all play the crew together. And then me and Donovan, we play Rocket League together.
Are you as good in those as you are in this?
Nah. In the crew, it's like you got to know every shortcut possible. Then you have to use a meta card a lot because other people are going to use them, or you just have like people that just won't brake for turn one, so you just get thrown into a wall, and then it messes up your race.
Exactly what you expect from online racing.
Yeah.
Do you play any non-car related video games?
I I used to be heavy into Battlefield, but I think I kind of outgrew it.
I feel that. I haven't played
Um,
COD in years now. I used to play that all the time.
I used to play. No, I still play Black Ops 6 often. It's just I just been playing the crew a lot more because I have people to play with.
That makes sense. Okay, okay. You are currently on a sim racing team. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I just recently signed with BS Competition.
That's pretty
It's
huge.
basically BMW's esport team
That is actually
online.
huge.
Yeah, so
How long
that's
have you been
why
with them?
I want to say for like a month maybe.
That's legit. And fun fact, you were for a while part of SV Street Version. I was also part of SV. I was the only SV driver on GT7 at one point, which is really funny. And then I recruited Cantilever and a few others. Cantilever took it over, made it something really big after I left. But I think that's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
think he made it. Yeah, I think Canty did a great job of. Oh my god.
We're putting respect on Cantilever's name and you immediately flipped the car. He's going to love that.
Oh yeah, he did a great job of recruiting people and bringing the team to what it is now because there's a lot of World Tour qualifiers for them now.
Yeah. Currently, there are 2 on the team.
Yeah.
3. Wow. Yeah. And I believe 4 who've been to the Porsche Esports Championship. Yeah, that's actually pretty wild. We'll have to interview Canty at some point. All right, what's your most memorable competitive race?
At a World Tour or at home?
Any, actually.
It's a good question.
I realized I was wording that I wouldn't know how to answer it myself.
My most competitive moment, I would say, oh my god, I almost died. I would say 2023 Amsterdam during the rain stint where I crashed out on the Nordschleife section of the track and then I went through the field again.
Let's go.
And then I passed Miyazono around the outside on the GP section.
I actually remember that one.
Yeah, I think that was my best moment.
Yeah, that's actually incredible.
Yeah, because I honestly, when I crashed, I was like, you know what? I tried. It's over. But I found some hope that I didn't know I had left.
That's wild, actually. That is really crazy to think about. I do remember that. What's your favorite part about a World Tour event that didn't involve racing?
You get to meet the people that you talk to online. Like, honestly, I didn't think I was going to meet a lot of people that I've raced with or like play the game with a lot. And it's just the fact that you can go to different countries and explore the city or try new food. And learn new cultures.
It's funny you talk about that. When in Monaco, we literally went to steak. Where was it?
It was
Steak and Shake?
Yeah.
In Monaco.
Hey. It's like you go to a different country, you want to try McDonald's to see if there's like different menu items. It was just one of those kind of things. But it's like, to be honest, European food kind of trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I think that's a whole different conversation.
That's gonna get a lot of really amazing comments. I can't wait to hear what people have to say.
Nah, because it's like I must be too American, because if in America our bread is soft. If you go to Europe, you eat their bread. It's like eating Captain Crunch with no milk. Like, you just, like, the top of your mouth is just gonna be scraped up from like this hard stale bread that they like over there.
Oh, you're making me story. Okay, that's insane. I love that, actually. How long have you been sim racing?
I want to say 14, to be honest. I didn't really take it. Oh my god. I didn't take it serious until like I was 15 or 16.
I think sorry, go for it.
I didn't take it as. How did I not die?
That was wild. That was crazy, actually.
I took it serious when I was around like 15, 16, because I'm like, okay, these people are this much faster than me. I can't let that happen. And then eventually something clicked because I got too competitive, and then I just stuck with it.
That's wild. Okay, that makes sense. How old are you now?
24.
Okay.
So it's about what, 10 years? Yeah, 10 years.
Were you active in the GT Planet forums back then?
I wouldn't say the forums because I don't really like type on social media or forums like that.
Yeah.
But I did have a GT Planet account, and I did race in the GT Planet Endurance series.
Okay. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I was already old then. Okay, who is your favorite sim racer? If you have one.
Myself.
That tracks. Good answer. No further questions. No, I'm kidding. Have you ever?
No.
They would have been perfect. Perfect timing. Have you ever been able to use your sim racing skills in real life?
I would say like if you're driving a car, it could work like like let's say you're on a public road or whatever, and then like somebody just decides to just slam on their brakes. The reflexes will kick in and be like, hold on, let me just swerve to this other lane and then avoid them.
Okay.
Or another pet, we can get into like why I hate driving in real life sometimes.
Wait.
It's like in a minute.
You
So
hate
like
driving in real life?
on when other people are around, because it's like, let's say you go to a school zone, everybody just like they brain is just left at home.
That, you know what, that tracks.
And then another thing that I hate about driving in real life is that I hate when people drag their brake for so long. It's like where they drag their brake like halfway through the block, and it's like, what are you doing?
They're driving an automatic and they're just putting enough pressure so the car doesn't actually slow down.
Oh, shit.
They're trying to avoid that.
Yeah. Well, they're not gonna roll because they don't have a terrorist set up on their car. But
Good point. Have you ever been able to use like your actual sim racing techniques in a real car, or have you not driven on track yet?
no, I wouldn't. I never driven like on a racetrack before in real life.
Okay.
But like you can use some techniques like quick thinking or reflexes, or like even hitting a corner at a higher speed than normal than what you want to, if you feel brave that day.
That's I feel brave.
I'm not condoning dangerous driving on a public street. Just throwing that out there. But
There we go. Good disclaimer. Okay. Do you watch real racing series?
Yeah, I watch pretty much everything except WRC because it's hard to catch that.
It is. It's really hard to catch that, actually. Who's your favorite driver of all time?
That's a hard one.
Yeah. Okay. How about a couple?
I'll give you two.
All right.
I'll give you two. Lewis Hamilton and Jeff Gordon.
I like that. Okay, that's a good answer.
I even got a Jeff Gordon jacket.
I like that. Wait, do you have it handy? I want to see that after you're done.
I gotta pull out the closet. I don't know where it's at though. It's probably like stuffed somewhere that I would have to like dig deep. If I could send a picture.
I remember when you were going to interview Lewis Hamilton and he didn't show up to the event. You digitally interviewed him, kind of like I'm doing with you right now.
No, I interviewed him before.
Did you get to actually interview Lewis?
Yeah, it was a video call. Yeah, he was supposed to physically be there, but he did a video call instead.
Yeah.
Because he was at the World Cup.
That's exactly what we're talking about. At the instant, they're like, Lewis isn't actually showing up. We're like, he's just watching soccer.
Yeah.
You beat my best time, by the way.
I did?
Yeah. I got a 1:14.
Oh.
You did a 13.7 so far. That is the fastest lap recorded for this challenge.
Okay, somebody is probably going to run like a 10 or something later.
It's going to be road beef. He's just going to know how to drive on two wheels for some reason. Okay. What other sim racing accomplishments do you have outside of Gran Turismo?
Oh my god, Project. I used to do Project Cars too.
I love that game.
I won some kind of like, it's a championship called See the Air or something like that. The
Okay.
See the Air Championship or something like that. I forgot.
You are on iRacing as well, right?
Yeah, but I don't really play it like that.
That makes sense. It's hard investing that kind of time into it.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like it's more commitment to it because like let's say if you don't like the GT3 fixed setups or fixed setups in general, now you have to find a setup shop or find a setup plug to send you a setup that's actually good.
Yep.
And then half of the time the setup shop setups aren't good because they're just min-maxing everything. And then they're making people buy it when you could have done it yourself at that point.
Sounds like Gran Turismo, except Gran Turismo doesn't cost anything to do it.
Yeah.
What's your dream car?
A Porsche 918.
I like that. I like that a lot. Do you have a sim racing rival?
That's a good question actually.
I wonder who it would be. Okay, do you have a
I wouldn't
specific memory? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were done. I'm a terrible.
I wouldn't I wouldn't necessarily say rivals. It just depends like who I'm up against more consistently. But it's like it's not really consistent. Yeah, I really wouldn't say a rival. I wouldn't say.
That makes sense.
It's just I don't look at rivalries. I just look at who in front of me or who I got to compete against and just be like try my best and beat them.
I feel like that's deeper than I meant for the answer to be. That's really good. I like that a lot. Excuse me. What's your favorite food?
That's a oh shit. Favorite food. That's a good one. That's a good question, Cyrus.
That's tough, right? It's definitely
It's
not
really
European bread, though, is it?
Hell no. But
Okay. Wait, hold on. I thought I remembered it off my cheat sheet.
let me think. Can I name candy?
Oh yeah, candy's valid.
I give you fruit and candy.
All right, hit me.
I give you if you give me some cherry Twizzlers
Okay.
and cantaloupe and call it a day, I'll be happy.
I don't know why I didn't expect either of those. Interesting. Okay. What's your favorite manufacturer in Gran Turismo? I feel like you have to answer a certain way.
BMW.
Let's go. BBW.
BBW. It's the only one I won with.
That's wild. That makes sense.
Because I won with them in 2019 Australia.
Yeah,
and I had
wild.
the most podium.
Do you have any specific memories of any of the World Tour events that are not racing related?
I'm trying to see which memory I can reveal.
That's the ultimate. That's the hardest part.
My favorite memory is when we were at Porsche Cup and then we were walking through what was it? Monterey, like at night.
Yeah.
Remember that? That was like probably the most genuine fun moments I've had.
I like that.
At a world tour or that one's my first one, and then another favorite moment that I can probably reveal is like when like a day before the race or a day after, depending what you qualify for.
Yeah.
Is we were at Amsterdam and then we went out clubbing.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
I still remember when we were at Laguna Seca and we had the full VIP access.
Yeah.
And then we just drank whiskey sours for like 2 hours.
Yeah, we did make that lady work. I had to tip her. I felt bad.
Yeah, me too. That was so funny. We had the full access. to the VIP building, which meant it was completely free food, completely open bar. But like we were consuming, so despite the fact that it was free, we were tipping well. We treated them very well.
Oh my god!
I'm out of my official questions, and as a nice little thing, I want to give you 2 completely distractionless laps to set the very best lap you can get. Your best is a 113.7, which is like 7/10 faster than I've ever done. So good luck.
I'll try my best, but I feel like I stagnated. I feel like the best laps come in when you're not really trying for them. You zone out.
It's funny because I was trying to distract you before and you were driving much faster.
Yeah, it's probably because I zoned out a little bit.
I don't know, this is good.
We'll see.
This car is diabolical. I'd say sorry, but like, it's exactly.
I'm trying to use my Midnight Club LA experience with weight transfer, and it's not working.
I saw you sliding the rear end a little bit to get it to stop flipping.
Yeah, that's kind of the trick.
I like that. That's what I was trying to do too.
Oh, I improved.
Hilarious. You improved and you hit a wall.
That was about like 3/10. I lost, I think. Maybe more.
Yeah. Yeah, probably more.
Oh,
hello.
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yes.
Let's go. No one's beating that. No one's beating that.
Someone will.
That was wild.
I lost a chunk of time through here because I stayed in third gear like an idiot. But yeah, I think there's like 2 more tenths. Yeah.
That is so fast. Yeah, I got like a 14.4 or something, 14.5. Thank you for doing this with me, man. And that concludes our very first star in an unreasonably tuned car challenge. I'm lucky enough to know many of the various AI drivers in the game and will be trying to get everyone that I possibly can to join. I'll be publishing a leaderboard as well, but it seems Randy's time will be hard to beat. Who would you like to see me interview next? One final shout out needs to go out to our boy Paul, who actually came up with the name of this series. It's absolutely perfect and I couldn't have done it without him. Thank you, Paul. You're beautiful.